I just want to acknowledge the terrible events that took place in Paris over the weekend. Our sympathies and thoughts go with the families and friends of those people killed and injured. And of course, we have employees up in Europe, and we've ensured that all of our employees and all of our people are safe. And we're working with the families of the Australian injured to make sure that her family gets there to be by her side. They were terrible events. But today is a day of celebration for us. This is 95 years of Qantas operating, the oldest operating airline on the globe. An amazing achievement. And what we wanted to do is to celebrate that with a special retro colour scheme. And this colour scheme is the scheme that was on our aircraft in 1959. The first jet aircraft that Qantas took, the 707. That was a major change for Qantas, a very big change in our operations, because as we'll talk a bit later, it really cut down the travel time for Qantas to the States, the travel time of Qantas around the globe. The Kangaroo route reduced from over 57 hours to 30 hours in terms of travel time with that aircraft. Now, this is the second retro colour scheme that we've introduced. The previous one, Retro-Roo I, was from the 1970s. And that colour scheme got an amazing reaction on social media and people travelling around the country. Our crew said anytime the aircraft taxied in or came to a gate, it was a talking point. And I think you'll agree with me that this amazing colour scheme, I think, will be another talking point for people travelling. Now, this represents our past and our history, which is an amazing history. This colour scheme, as I said, was on the aircraft in 1959. And Qantas has unbelievably changed since then. And a couple of stats that I thought would sum up the changes of the airline. We carried, in 1959, 200,000 people. Today, we carry 50 million people. In 1959, we had 37 aircraft. Today, we have over 300 aircraft. In 1959, we had only 300 pilots. Today, we've over 3,200 pilots. In 1959, we had two classes on our aircraft, the first and the tourist class. And believe it or not, in first class, you've got two choices of soup, two choices of a main hot meal, and two choices of dessert. We have more choices today in economy than we had in first class back then. And if you wanted entertainment, you had to bring a book and a magazine. Today we have over 500 different movies and TV programs on our aircraft. But this also symbolises the work that you've done, our people, and here today we have a huge amount of people from around the company and people that have generation links with Qantas, people that have their fathers, grandfathers that have worked here. And this has been a business that transformed and changed and survived for 95 years because of you, our people. And I had the amazing pleasure of meeting Michael Ryan. Michael is 97 years of age. He's here today. He was born in Longreach 3 years before Qantas started. His father owned a Tailor Shop in Longreach. An amazing story. The Tailor Shop had the biggest table in the town, and it was the table at the first board meeting at Qantas took place around, because it was the only table big enough to take it. Now, Michael started working for Qantas in the 1940s on the flying boats in Rose Bay, and had to retire after 37 years when we had compulsory retirement, but still worked with us in the museum post then. His passion, his keenness, his determination for Qantas is here today. He was just full of stories talking to him a few minutes ago. But that's the story, I think, of everybody in this room. The passion and determination that has made Qantas this amazing airline that has been operating for those 95 years. And today, I think Qantas can look to its future with optimism, more so than it's done at any time in the past. The company is in a fantastic position, going back into profits, making very good profits, growing for the future, and looking at the next level of expansion. So can I say, thank you very much for your contribution over 95 years. Can I say this airline would not be around if it was not for the passion and determination of the people in this room. Can I say you should be really proud of this amazing airline and celebrate this history of our company and how it's transformed over this period of time. Now I'm going to cut a cake, and I'll be back in a second to introduce a representative from Boeing who also wants to say a few words about our history and about our future. Thank you.
I want to start by saying, as I look around with this beautiful 737 behind me in a special livery, it reminds me of strong and enduring partnership that Boeing and Qantas had for more than half a century, and the commitment Boeing has had to Australia for nearly 90 years. Last year, I was honored to help unveil the first 737 Retro-Roo livery in Seattle, and today, as we celebrate the Qantas's 95th anniversary, it is a privilege to see another 737 in this emblematic livery embodying the reach and pioneering spirit of Qantas. For more than 50 years, Boeing has worked with Qantas alongside, working together to bring the best of Australia and aviation to the world. At the start of the jet age, as Alan mentioned, Boeing built a shortened version of then popular 707 with extra range to reach Australia, and Qantas became the leader in aviation with that airplane, becoming the first international customer to order the Boeing 707. Since then, Qantas has continued to lead the way, entrusting Boeing with the delivery of hundreds of airplanes, proudly flying the Kangaroo. I want to continue by saying, although we are here today to celebrate the Qantas's history and the 95th anniversary, it is also a good day to look at the future forward. As Alan mentioned a few minutes ago, earlier this year, Qantas and Boeing announced an order for 8 787-9 Dreamliners. With this excellent operational efficiency, flexibility, and the range capability, with the kind of new routes Qantas can continue to lead to open up for the world, it will again move Qantas into next paradigm, next era of celebration. As both Boeing and Qantas prepare to enter their second centuries, we will continue to work and innovate together, bringing the best of Australia and the best of aviation to the world with the help of Qantas. Thank you very much.
Can I take the nation? That's it for the speeches. Can I say, doesn't that model look amazing? I no longer have an office. We've gone to workstations in head office, so we'll have to. This won't fit anywhere except I think in the street. What do you think? And I think it'll make a good addition when you come into head office to see this as you come through. So thanks to Nation, thanks Boeing for this, and I think the history and the future together is something special.